Samsung just dropped One UI 9, and if you've been using One UI 8.5, you might be wondering whether this update is actually worth getting excited about. Spoiler, it is. Not because Samsung reinvented the wheel, but because they quietly fixed a bunch of things that were mildly annoying for years. Let's get into it. The first thing you'll notice when you pull down the quick panel is that it just looks different. The volume and brightness sliders are thicker now, which sounds like a tiny thing until you realize how many times you've accidentally tapped the wrong spot trying to turn your volume down in a quiet room. Yeah, we've all been there. On top of that, dark mode and sound profiles now have their own separate toggles instead of being bundled together, and the overall design feels cleaner with less visual clutter around the edges. The big one for customization fans is that you can now resize the sliders and the media player directly from the panel itself, no third-party apps required. Speaking of the media player, the lock screen got a really nice upgrade. When you're playing music, you'll see wave animations and glowing sliders alongside separate playback controls. It sounds more cosmetic than it is, but honestly it makes the whole experience feel more premium, like your lock screen actually cares about your playlist. Notification and widget animations are smoother too, so expanding things on the lock screen no longer feels like you're watching a loading screen from 2019. And that brings up something Samsung put a lot of work into across the board, which is animation quality. The widget panel, the app drawer, the settings search bar, all of it transitions with noticeably less jank. It's one of those things where you stop noticing the phone getting in your own way, and that's exactly how good software should feel. If you're finding this helpful, go ahead and hit that like button and subscribe so you don't miss our coverage as One UI 9 rolls out more widely. The settings menu also got reorganized, and the Galaxy AI section is now easier to navigate. There's also a brand new section inside accessibility settings called What's New in One UI 9, which is actually a smart move. Most people never dig through patch notes, so surfacing new features right inside the accessibility menu means people will actually find them. On that note, the accessibility upgrade that stands out most is a tool called Text Spotlight. It lets you highlight text on screen for easier reading, and you can customize the font size, background color, and even the scrolling speed to match your preferences. For users with visual impairments, this is a genuinely meaningful addition, not just a checkbox feature. And then there's the general polish. Reduced lag, better system responsiveness, a more cohesive look across the interface. One UI 9 is still in beta as of now, so these refinements will keep getting better as the final release approaches. The bottom line is this: One UI 9 isn't a dramatic redesign. It's Samsung doing what they arguably should have been doing all along, which is listening to user feedback and cleaning up the experience in ways that actually matter. The quick panel is more usable, the lock screen is more engaging, the animations are smoother, and the accessibility tools are more powerful. None of that is flashy, but all of it adds up to a phone that feels noticeably better to use every single day.